Ladies, gentlemen, viewers alike, welcome. OCRL TV's production of the Camping World 500 at Phoenix International Raceway. Thursday night Cup car action. Joining me tonight, Trey Landry in the booth. We may or may not have additional folks coming in, but you got two of the finest, two of the greatest. Trey, how you doing tonight? They are currently on track qualifying. We're gonna hop around and show you who we can, when we can. But currently, right now, we got Scott Ickes. He's sitting on the top of the charts right now. Looks like maybe, let me confirm this. It looks like most of the RFR team has not taken times yet, so he might. Well, it's indeed. As soon as we say it, he gets out there and takes that pole. Now, if RFR wins the pole here tonight, Trey, that's RFR on pole for every race so far this season. Well, we got Randall Fawkes, the bearded man himself. He's out on track right now. That 51 car. Let's see if he's able to put down one of these lightning bolt laps. Looks like he's taking the green right there. Looks like that's exactly what he did. Yep. Yep, with a 798. Lightning bolts coming out of that man's tushy. Indeed it is. And the only other car out there right now is Todd Smith. And I believe he's gonna roll a P7 tonight. So yeah. Indeed. Looking pretty good. We've got not that it's a surprise, but we got another RFR front row for you tonight in the Cup cars. That's oh, when you say that, we got we got the wildest man on the track right now. We got James Duke in the JL Audio 76. He's gonna come out and see what kind of lap time he can put down. We'll keep a camera on that for sure. No, you can't beat it at all. Ever. Who is James Duke pops the wall out of 4. No, but like you said, Trey, Google Chrome coming on board to sponsor the series, which is well huge for the OCRL. To have that support backing them just solidifies the league as a league full of competitive front runners, if you will, as Jeff Backey alluded to that Tuesday night.
Yeah, well, we got some time. What do you say I go up here and see if I can grab somebody and drag them down to the booth?
Oh, let's do it.
All right.
Well, we're gonna dub Trey our booth dragger. Real quick, what's going on, Eli? Long time no see, my man. How you been, brother? Eli joining us in chat there.
All right, folks. I got APC's driver of the number 87 car, Bentley Glazer. How you doing, bud?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, how's I noticed you didn't take a time. Are you just gonna hang out in the back and see how it plays?
Yeah, I'm kind of just gonna. I wasn't feeling very comfortable in practice. I don't know. Guess I was used to driving the truck, so I was overdriving pretty good. So I'm just gonna hang out till the end of the segment, and I kind of think there's gonna be some wrecks before the segment ends.
I would definitely wouldn't bet against it. Yeah, we saw you had a pretty good race Tuesday night. APC guys look pretty competitive tonight. How you feel about your chances tonight?
I mean, I got a shot if I get some luck. This isn't one of my best tracks, and it's a good one, but I run okay here most of the time.
Well, I tell you what, you've definitely shown to be one of the rising stars in the OCRL. So I would not be surprised if we're talking about you close to the top 5 by the end of this race.
Yep, we'll try.
All right. Before I let you go, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to?
Team APC, just a lot of guys that put in a lot of hard work on these cars, and it's thankful.
All right, folks. Bentley, I'll let you get back to your team. Good luck tonight, and hope it goes well for you.
All right, thanks.
And as we're wrapping up with Bentley there, we got Jeff Hollingsworth, his teammate. He's finishing up his qualifying run, able to snag P11 on the board. But Trey, that's something else I want to talk about. The qualifying is just as competitive as the race.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, even if you look at practice, we had 20 cars take time during practice, and I think they were separated by 6-7 tenths of a second. And here in qualifying, it's even less than that. So, like you said, Wendell, it's very competitive.
Very much so. Well, it looks like we should be starting a grid here in a few seconds. As soon as we get cars on track, we will run through that grid for you. Since there's literally no pace lap essentially here.
Right. It's get on the track and get off the track for the pace car.
Yeah. Do not pass go. Do not collect any dollars. All right. Well, it looks like they are going to start gridding. Trey, there's only 2 of us tonight. Let's hit them with a grid. We got, obviously, the wrong grid later. There we go. We got an RFR front row. We got Randall Fox on the 51, your pole sitter. And then outside of him, we got Dustin Johnson in that 72. Look for these 2 gentlemen to not make any mistakes tonight, because that's what it's going to take for them to finish where they start.
And starting P3, Scott Ickes for Pinnacle, and the highest qualifying APC driver, Robbie Vrabel.
Rolling off 5th tonight, it's going to be Chuck the Sweet Man Sweeting. And then starting 6th, bettering his qualifying effort last week, we got Jeff Backy Jr. Now he's rolling off again 6th in that 88 car.
7th is Todd the Wildman Smith, and P8 is everybody's favorite Canadian, our Tuesday night broadcaster, Matt Kingston, driving that 33 for Pinnacle Ford.
Then rolling up 9th and 10th, that's going to be Corey Bunch and Jake Champion.
And you heard him live last week, or this week actually, on our podcast. One of our favorites, Jeff Hollingsworth, started next to our very own Thomas Morris in P12.
All right, 13 belongs to our resident old man, Gil Gawk. He's our veteran of the league. He's piling in that 82 for RFR with Jeff. Where the hell did he come from? Davis. He's rolling off P14 in that 4 car for JB2M.
And the last driver to take time was JB2's very own Daryl Derail Richards in P15. The rest of your field is Bentley Glazer, Cody McCauley, Todd Hendrick, Charles Woods, Troy Campbell, Robbie Burgess, James Duke, and Patrick O'Toole.
Well, that's the grid. And Trey, we got the grid done before they rolled off the grid.
Well, I know, that's pretty quick.
Man.
And it's a good thing because this pace car is going to get off the grid before you know it.
It certainly is. We've got hopefully some solid camera setup for you tonight. We got a solid broadcaster with Trey here. These cars down, they're green.
Big, good jump, Randall. Scott Ickes just did not get going. As they're getting too wide, they're going through 1 and 2. Oh, Ickes with a little bobble down there on the dog leg.
Yeah, this is we got one in the wall up there. Looks like Todd Smith may have gotten a little bit of the Velcro. Fell back a little bit, but he's able to keep going.
Jeff looks like he picked up that position in front of Scott.
Oh, we got Robbie Vrabel Jr. up here. He's making the cutting moves. He's getting around Dustin Johnson right there in shocking fashion.
Yeah, he showed some pretty good speed in practice, so we'll see. We'll see how well he does.
Battle on track right now is for that 3rd and 4th position between Jeff Backey Jr. and Dustin Johnson. Johnson on the bottom line is going to be preferred, but Backey not laying down on the outside.
Oh, reckoning 45 of Todd Hendricks hard into the wall.
See if we can back it up, see what happened there. Going to hit you with the instant replay. Oh, it looks like, well, I'll let you...
Go Gil. We'll let our viewers decide on that one.
Exactly what I was going to say. We'll let you make the call there. We'll see if we can't give you another angle of it. And buttons. We need to figure out how to do voice command on this. But we're riding aboard the 82 car. And like Trey said, we'll let you make that call for yourself, folks. That was a little too close for me to put my opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, they both jumped down there in below the dog leg, and well, like I said, you guys be the judge.
It looks like we got a majority of the field taking advantage of pit stops on lap 5.
Yeah, that's. I think that's going to be the theme of the night. Anytime that caution comes out, you will see people get on pit road, and our very own heinous pilot, one of our longtime viewers, said in the chat window, he deserved it.
Oh, well, I know it probably wasn't deserved, and that was Dustin Johnson completely missing his pit stall there. Now with the curved pit road, it's not hard to do.
Yeah, it is a tricky pit road, but he definitely Thomas Frederick that pit stop.
Yeah, absolutely. Now the good news for him though is very early in this race, we're on lap 5 of 150. He's got plenty of time to make up for it, but track position is going to be a little less than he wanted it to be right there.
Now, you know what? We thought everybody would dive down pit road, but I'm showing that the top 7 stayed out.
They did indeed.
Make that top 8.
Top 8, yep. Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of a speed difference 6 laps is gonna play. I think the camera view we're looking at right now is gonna come in handy later when they go 5 wide through the dog leg there.
Yeah, that's a good looking camera shot there.
Oh yeah. All right, well it looks like they're coming through 3. They're going to be lining them up to 4. All right, we got that Ford Mustang. It's off the racetrack. Randall Fox is going. The rest of them are going to follow.
Oh, he brought him down slow there. Actually, kind of got Jeff back. Kind of gave him a bad start.
Yeah, Jeff not able to get the restarts in the Cup car like he was able to in the truck Tuesday night. But again, I don't think that's the last time we're going to have a restart either. So another chance at that for that 88 car.
I did allow Robbie Vrabel to get past Jeff, and he's putting some pressure on that back bumper of Randall Fox.
Absolutely. You know, the APC guys having more bad luck this year so far than anything else. Of course, the early speed is an indication of what they're going to do tonight. Vrabel looking to be a big threat.
Yeah, he was one of the fastest team cars in practice, and you know, he showed it in qual, and now he's showing it in the races. He's putting some good pressure on Randall, and looks like Randall's just gonna move up and let him go.
Yeah, Randall, pretty smart guy behind the wheel of a race car. You know, on lap 9, I don't feel like he's gonna push the issue too much. Now, had this been lap 149, that wouldn't have happened.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, Randall can make that car as wide as he wants to be. But like you said, Wendell, it's early. Randall's smart, and you know, he's just going to race the track for a little bit.
Looks like we may have had a little contact between the 82 and the 72 back here down the front straightaway. And Gil, very aggressive tonight.
Yeah. It was 3 wide through the dog leg there as Dustin Johnson, after trying to rebound through that bat pit stop, was trying to move back up through the field.
Absolutely. Didn't look like Dustin took very much damage from that, but right side of that 82 car is pancaked in now. But otherwise, single file up here at the front of the field.
Yeah, it's these guys have kind of calmed down a little bit. Looking single file for a way back here, and looks like people want to ride. I can't blame them with that track temperature. I imagine these cars and that horsepower, it's hard to hang on to them.
Yeah, I don't know, Trey. It's been 2 seasons removed from the car. I couldn't even tell you anything about them. Haven't driven one.
Well, I can tell you with this dynamic track and this hot, you know, temperature, like we documented at the start of the race, over 100-degree track temperature, it's going to be greasy, especially off of turns 4 and 2. It could prove to be a problem as the race wears on.
So we got Jake Champion looking to make the move on Chuck Sweeting there. It looks like he is going to get position on him. That's going to allow Hollingsworth to follow.
Yeah, Chuck's a pretty smart racer too. He might not just be in a position that he wants to be in right now, and just let these guys go and you know, ride, maybe save a little tire, and see if he can make his way back up. Although he's not giving too much quarter to Jeff Hollingsworth there.
No, giving him just enough room to make it happen, but nothing more than that. Yeah, otherwise the field pretty single file back here. We got looks like Bentley. Jeez, I just Thomas Fredericks did. We got Bentley Glazer looking like he's trying to move his way up through the field. He's slowly
Yes.
picking them off one by one.
Yeah, started 15th. He's currently 18th. He just made that pass around derail, and you heard him. He doesn't really like the track. I guess it's not one of his favorites, and maybe he's just trying to get comfortable, get some seat time as he's looking to gain another position there on James Duke.
Looks like he should be able to make. Well, wasn't quite able to make it through 3 and 4 there, but Duke being a little more cautious tonight than he was Tuesday night.
Yeah. I think he's decided to maybe calm down just a little bit. He's starting to get a little bad reputation here in OCRL, so I'm sure he's trying to calm that down just a little bit.
Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt. Oh. And Cody McCauley a little bit squirrely there. That's going to allow Matt Kingston to stick a bumper underneath him through 1 and 2. But Matt not able to hold it down there and give that position back to McCauley.
And it looks like Gill did make a stop on pit road. I think you alluded to it earlier, Wendell. He did have some damage, pretty hard impact on the right side. It wouldn't surprise me if his toe is messed up. He's probably trying to get that fixed.
Yeah, I was going to say, Trey, best case scenario is just toe, but pretty solid hit to the right front. I don't think there was any way he was going to be able to continue without at least getting it straightened out. Yeah, keep an eye on that 62, though. He's, like you said, greasy track. He's slipping and sliding all over the place as he wiggles it back and forth down the front straightaway. I guess more or less trying to get a feel for it. That PruittTeam.com Chevrolet SS, man, he's hey,
he's solid on that wheel, ain't he?
A little bit. We're gonna have to take Dalton England's nickname away and give it to McCauley here.
But I tell you who's on a rail right now. It's Robbie Brable. He's jumped out to about a 1.5 seconds over Randall. And Randall's kind of fallen back into the clutches of Jeff Backey. So we'll see if Jeff can get around Randall here and get up to the front.
Yeah, and keep an eye on the car right behind Jeff. Really consistent, solid driver. Plagued with bad luck so far this season. And Corey Bunch, he's piloting that 77 car for Pinnacle. He's, I don't know, the last 3 seasons, 2 for sure, maybe 3 seasons, has been a contender going into the last round for the championship. And just, of course, bad luck plaguing that man.
Well, he started his own team last year with Burnout Racing. They do a collaboration with Pinnacle, but Corey's trying to do a lot of stuff on his own, and he struggled a lot early last year, and we saw him finish strong. He's kind of starting off the year the same way he started last year, but a good run tonight will help him get some of that confidence back. As I do believe Scott Ickes got into the wall just a little bit there.
Yeah, that momentum is a big thing.
We'll mention that our segment 1 tonight should end on lap 55.
And
for those of you with bingo scorecards at home.
And we're almost halfway to that segment.
And I tell you what, those top 8 that stayed out with those 6-lap older tires there, it doesn't seem to be making too much of a difference.
No, it really doesn't. I'm kind of surprised by that. But with that being said, iRacing has made strides over the past few updates to, I guess, work on that.
Yeah, I think the highest runner right now that took tires that last pit stop was Jake Champion, and he's moved up into P5. And Jeff Hollingsworth he also took tires into that last caution. He's just kind of following behind him.
Yeah, slowly, and it looks like these two might at least Jake is slowly running Corey Bunch down here. Maybe half a tenth every lap, but oh, we got a question in chat, Trey. Will we have any fights tonight? Well, Eli, it's tough to say. So far, so good.
Well, I noticed that Todd Hendrick and Gill have both left. They're in the garage area. Unfortunately, we don't have camera capabilities to get there in the garage, so they could be fighting right now.
We'll just have to we'll have to take hearsay on that.
But you know, you want to compare those tires. Robbie Vrabel, he's got about 6 lap older tires. He ran a 28.09 that last time by, and Jake Champion ran a 28.1, and Jeff Hollingsworth ran a 28.03. So not a big difference.
Cat D.
I don't know if you got your time and scoring up, Wendell, but I'm looking at these times, and throughout the field, I mean, you can't stick a piece of paper between these times. These guys are so competitive. I mean, you see a bunch of 28.0s and 28.1s, a couple of 3s and 4s split in, but this is a very competitive field.
Yeah, looking like the top 10 all running at least O's or 1s. Oop, and as I say that, timing and scoring updates. A couple of cars maybe looking like they made a few small mistakes, but otherwise, yeah, still 1s and 2s throughout the top 10.
As Jeff Hollingsworth is going to make that move around Jake Champion, put Jeff Hollingsworth in the top 5.
He is, and now Jeff, he solidified himself into the chase for the trucks. He's I know he's ready to do it on the Cup car as well.
And an update on Dustin Johnson with that horrible pit stop of his. He's made his way back up to the top 10, running very good lap times, so I wouldn't be surprised if he gains a couple more positions before this segment ends in about 13 laps.
Yeah, and as he makes his way around his teammate Chuck Sweeting, notice when they were coming out of 4 there, both of those cars coming out of the same stable, equally as loose.
Well, I tell you what, their trucks Tuesday night, they were a handful. They really had to drive them up on the wheel. Of course, that, you know, I think nowadays that's what it takes. You got to be able to push it to that edge, and you got to be able to hold it there to be fast. And you know, they proved that they were fast enough Tuesday night to win. And it wouldn't surprise me if somebody from RFR is competing for the win when the night's over.
No, it would not be a surprise at all. But but moved Dustin Johnson up to P9. Restarted, I believe, back in 16th. Somewhere in that area. But forward progress, his mission right now. And as of right now, mission accomplished.
I think right now the driver that's probably the most disappointed with how his segment 1's going is probably Scott Ickes. You know, he started P3, he was fastest in practice, and since the drop of the green flag, he's dropped back to 8th, and you know, he's just there. You know, he's not fast, he's not slow, but he can't make up any ground. And he's about to have a windshield full of Dustin Johnson.
Indeed he is. And these two, I believe, had a slight run-in 2 weeks ago. Looked like they were able to iron everything over, smooth everything out. With Dustin coming on air with us, I believe, last week, and manning up and apologizing for his words and his actions, which I thought was completely awesome.
Yeah, he said some things in the heat of the moment. You know, Wendell, we've been drivers before. We've done the same thing. You know, shoot our mouth off before we see the replay, and then once we cool off and we go back and watch the replays, we're like, well, that probably was my fault.
Yeah, well, I may have been like 90% of that. So. Yeah, no, I'm guilty as charged. So we got these two making their way around O'Toole.
Really, that's kind of your race right here. Is the back of the top 10 here. They're all very close together, all running pretty equal lap times. I don't know if it's the aero that's keeping these guys from making these passes, or if everybody's just like, nah, we'll just wait. It's a long race.
But while we were back there watching that, we've got Hollingsworth making his way around Corey Bunch, and we've got Jake Champion making the move on him right now. These tires may not have paid off early in the race, or early in the run, but looks like they might be paying dividends right now.
Yeah, Jeff Hollingsworth, even though he did make that, he's making that pass around Corey, he was still about a tenth faster than the leader. So I think you're right, Wendell. I think they didn't pay off early, but they paying off late.
Yeah, and as Jake Champion's trying to make his way around Corey Bunch, he's got a mirror full of Cody McCauley. And that 62 car, wicked out of shape, but he's sawing it. He's sawing the hell out of that wheel, man.
Yeah, he is. And I believe he's with, what, Paradigm Racing?
That is correct, Trey.
Yeah, so definitely carrying the banner for those guys tonight.
Now, as we're looking at the back of that 13 car, I'm not sure if that's just a really good paint job or if it's got a little bit of scuff damage on it.
Yeah,
I think that's just the paint. That's pretty wicked paint.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. But it looks like these guys have...
Oh, Dustin got way wicked loose coming out of turn 2 there. Was able to collect it, getting into the dog leg. That'll take off a little.
Yeah, he did. Holy cow.
That was a heck of a save. He had that sucker sideways.
Yeah, the front bumper looking straight at the infield. But yeah, like you said, you know, especially those guys over at RFR, man, a bunch of wheelmen. Particularly with Randall and, of course, now Dustin. Chuck Sweeting, at least to me, has been a pretty solid, consistent, smooth driver. But I don't know, the last couple of races, he's had to saw on it a little bit too.
Tell you what, I know I think Corey Bunch might be holding these guys up a little bit.
I'm gonna have to agree with you, but he don't care. He's rolling around P5 right now, and he's not looking to lose that with 11 laps to go before the end of the segment.
No, but better hope somebody doesn't push the issues. Look, Cody McCauley's throw it to the inside of Jake Champion there. He's going to try to make that pass coming down into turn 1.
Now, I do know this from past experiences. Cody McCauley, he'll be patient with you, but he's only going to have so much patience before he's going to get himself around you.
And he just did. He completed that pass, move him up to P6, and he's going to have his shot at see if he can get around Corey Bunch. I got a feeling that he's holding these guys up, man. If they get him rooted up off the bottom, he's going to lose. He being Corey Bunch, he'll probably lose 3 or 4 spots. So, and I think he knows that, and I think that's why he's trying really hard to, keep his line and not block, because we're coming to the end of the segment, and it's important points.
Yeah, because we've got Dustin Johnson and Chuck Sweeting closing the gap to Scott Ickes there. So that's McCauley is. Man, he's sideways off 4. But they closed the gap to that group of 3, so that's going to be 5 cars if Corey gets out of shape here.
This is about the battle that's going on track right now. We got 8 laps left in this segment. We'll see if anybody's able to get past Corey. But Cody made that move around Jake. He hasn't really been able to close up on Corey.
No, not at all. I haven't seen that gap lessen.
And that gap between Robbie and Randall Fox for 1 and 2 is kind of holding steady, about a second and a half. Randall might be chewing into it just a little bit, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get up there to compete for the segment win with just 6 laps left.
I'm going to say over the last 25 laps, it looks like he's only been able to close 2/10 of that gap. But still, closure is closure.
Well, I tell you what, Dustin Johnson is probably ready for this segment to be over.
Yeah, regroup, get 4 freshes and fuel, and reset this thing.
I mean, he got into the wall just a little bit on turn 3 entry, and then he dirt tracked it through 3 and 4, man.
As we see him back there. I'm going to check it out on replay. Yeah, blue side of 2. Coming through the door. Oh, yeah. Popped it. Oh, yeah. We got Kim Block out there in the 72 car. He's called that the Hoonicorn.
Yeah, for sure. That he had his hands full.
Wisely let teammate Chuck Sweeting just go by. But that's something, Trey, I've noticed with these RFR cars. They are wicked loose.
Yeah, I just think they're carrying so much speed. I think they're just carrying so much speed through the middle of the corner that they got so much wheel in it. Once it finally bites on exit, it's snapping on them. As Dustin or Cody is going to stick it down in there, try to get up underneath Corey Bunch. He's there. We'll see.
He's not jumping all the way down that dog leg like we've seen other people do, but
no, Corey was able to maintain that momentum up on that banking, and he keeps the lead from that for now.
Now, Cody McCauley, pretty smart guy behind this. We see Jake Champion lose control a little bit there. That allows Scott Hicks to get by him, but McCauley, not a dummy behind the wheel of a car. If he doesn't get that, if he doesn't complete that first opportunity, he will back off, recollect himself, and then try again.
Well, this will be his last chance to get by him. We'll see how aggressive he's going to be for that 1 point. Wicked loose.
And I know Corey's watching that in his mirror. I can't wait to hear the audio out of that.
But we should be coming to caution here. Once the top 5, I believe, take the past the stripe, that caution should be coming out.
That's right. No, then that will still be Corey Bunch as it rides right now. I believe it's out.
Yep, it's out. So I tell you what, that's the hardest point Corey Bunch has ever heard. Hats off to him. Your top 5 for segment 1. Robbie Vrabel bringing home the segment win. P2 Randall Fox, Jeff Hollingsworth, good run for him. Finished in 3rd. Jeff Backey 4th. Corey Bunch was able to maintain position 5.
And these are bonus points awarded to the postseason, should they make it. And looking at those names up there, I'm pretty sure we're going to see all 5 of those guys, at least in the first round of the chase.
Absolutely. And for our viewers at home, that's we award them to the top 5. It's as you would imagine, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, I mean, we saw it last year, Wendell. I mean, every point mattered. And now this is just another variable that these guys got to deal with. And everybody's going to come down pit road here.
Yeah, I don't think you see anybody stay out here.
Everybody's 4 freshies and a fuel tank of fuel, and let's get it on again.
Oh, and you called it, Trey. All cars, with the exception of Daryl Richards and Patrick O'Toole, with I'm not sure who else that was that stayed out there. Maybe Todd Hendrick. Not sure. We'll have to confirm that.
Now Todd Hendricks is gone.
He's off the track. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lap down car either way.
Yeah, Patrick should get the lucky dog. He was the first car 1 lap down.
Troy Campbell is the guy that stayed out there. But like I said, he's a couple laps down.
3 laps down.
And as we watch, pretty sure Dustin Johnson's going to sit on pit road for a little bit longer than normal. Maybe try to get some of that damage repaired, but tough break for him. But looks like we got Hollingsworth beating Randall Falks out off pit road there.
Yeah.
Huge break for the APC guys. May have seen at lap 58 a changing of the guards from a RFR front row at the beginning to a APC front row at lap 58.
Yes, I mean, we've been watching Jeff Hollingsworth for a while, and it doesn't surprise me to see him up here. He didn't probably have the practice that he wanted to have. I don't think he qualified that well, but here he is. Was in the points. Finished 3rd, segment 1, and now he's going to start probably on the outside of his teammate. Well, we'll see if they play a little some games here. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. So far, pretty uneventful race. That early caution between Gill and Todd Hendrick was our only caution in that segment. Of course, now we have the caution for the segment break. And here's what I meant by the games. You see Robbie chose the outside because his teammate's 3rd. I'm sure they'll be counting down in the headsets, and Jeff won't push it quite as hard on this restart to let Robbie down going into turn 1.
Yeah, it's all a team game until about 5 or 10 to go, and then you're basically on your own. But yeah, I think we'll see exactly that, Trey. I think you're spot on with your assessment there.
I tell you what, though, Jeff can't play too much because you got Jeff Backey up there behind the leader. He probably knows. Jeff's a smart racer. He knows what's coming, so he might try to follow Jake down there and take that position away from Hollingsworth.
We got pace car down. Vrabel's gone. They have to wait till they pass start-finish line to change position. And they do a fantastic job of that.
Yeah, good start. Jeff was able to maintain 2nd. Backey was able to fall into 3rd, so no big loss there on the restart for them.
Keep an eye on that 62. He's made his way up to P5. And he was looking pretty stout there earlier. See if he's able to capitalize on this track position.
Oh, we got a car around. James Duke around at turn 1 and 2.
Indeed, looks like Jeff Davis might have been collected in that somehow. Oh, yeah. Davis is down there, and the 76 just kept coming down. It's a racing incident. You can't really occupy the same space at the same time.
Oh man, I don't know if Matt Kingston got a piece of that. If If he didn't, I don't know how. He was very close.
It looks like looks like Duke thought he had the position, but yeah, he might have got a little scuff on the right panel of that car. But it doesn't look like it hurt him too bad, if any at all. But you know, with cautions breeding cautions, we're gonna rack them back up.
Yeah, for sure. I doubt anybody comes down pit road.
Looks like that 62 is gonna
might.
bring it down. Oh, just
No,
kidding.
just kidding.
Pulling a jet backy there.
You might see some guys in the back, kind of like Hollingsworth and did, and sure enough, Todd Smith, Dustin Johnson, is on pit road with Charles Wood, Patrick O'Toole, of course James Duke, and Jeff Davis is on pit road as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, unlike the trucks, you're not going to be able to loop them in the Cup car and stay out and be okay. This is a good time to talk to you about Scotty's Small Engine Shop in small town Pennsylvania. He's opened a new brick and mortar establishment. He's looking to repair your small engines, folks. If you got a small engine, needs some looking at, needs power, needs repair, hell, it just needs to look pretty, call Scott. He'll put his small hands on it for you.
He sure will. I tell you what, he can work those carburetors with those small hands.
Man, precision screwdrivers and everything.
I tell you what, man, we're on, fans out there watching us on Twitch tonight. Of course, our man, our graphics designer, and our lead art guy, Thomas Morris, he usually posts this on YouTube. Of course, when you check us out, make sure you check us out on using Google Chrome. Outstanding web browser, best in the business. iRacing is tailor-made for Google Chrome. Works great. If you're not using it, why not?
Well, like we talked about Tuesday night, Trey, if you're not using Google Chrome, I'm pretty sure you've never used the internet before.
Or you're using that other guy. What's that, mozzarella Firefox or whatever?
Fire Chicken. I'm not even sure. It's pale in comparison. Oh, and I can't speak for you, but I've been using Google Chrome so long that I don't even remember how long I've been using it.
I know, it's definitely my go-to browser. Got it on all my devices. Works well on my iPhone, on my tablets.
Matter of fact, yeah, it is the only browser of the intrawebs that I am willing to use.
True.
Looks like we're gonna rack them back up. APC on the front row again. Switch positions with Jeff Backey and Randall Fox. They've swapped inside to outside. So interesting to see if Randall will be able to get the jump on Backey this time. The 51 car is still showing a little bit of speed. I don't know if he's holding back or if that 60 car is just that strong.
Well, we saw at the end of that segment one, he wasn't really able to close out on him, so that definitely tells me that 60 car has got a hot rod.
He does indeed. Base car is going to be coming down right now. Rabel's going to wind up them horses. And Randall is in fact going to get that jump on Backey. He might even get it on Hollingsworth.
Yeah, Hollingsworth really showed his hand there. Not a very sportsmanlike restart, if you ask me.
And Backey taking it all the way down to the dog leg. He's just looking to maintain in front of Scott Akis.
Yeah, he was kind of the losing end of that little brake check there by Hollingsworth coming to the start-finish line.
Oh, we got the 62.
Woo. Stacked up the field. I don't know.
He's wheeling it. He's still wheeling it.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to tell you what, I believe Dalton England has just lost his nickname. Because we now have a new nickname driver in the league. That's Cody the Saw Man
I tell you
McCauley.
what, It has jumbled up that field. They just went 3 wide through the dog leg, and these guys are still racing.
They are. They're going at it. You know, if only this was Martinsville, they'd be beating and banging. Oh, we got the 33 and the 26 with contact.
Both able to lock it down.
We're gonna have caution.
Yeah, that's just Chuck. Yeah, Chuck just got a little loose there on turn 2 exit and come across Matt Kingston there.
Yeah, you can see the tires of Matt Kingston lock up, trying to avoid it, but no, it's one of those things. You got 2 cars, 700 horsepower, one of them sideways. It's not easy to get them woed up.
Well, you know what they say, man. Cautions breed cautions.
They do indeed. It's holding true.
We got 12 laps on these tires, not even green flag laps, and it looks like everybody's going to come down pit road.
Yeah, it's going to be follow the leader from here on out.
We're not even halfway yet, Wendell.
We are not even halfway, Trey. Hit you with a race summary real quick. We're working caution number 4 for what's going to be 15 laps. Looks like we've only had one change of lead, and that was from Randall Fox to Robbie Rabel. Robbie leading the last 62 laps, but that's going to change here as I believe Todd Smith's going to stay out and lead one.
Yeah, he's only got 7 laps on his tires. You know, Todd's been known for some wacky strategies, and you know, hey, if you can't outrun them, maybe you just got to do what they don't.
We're gonna have to check that instant replay. We got Robbie Rabel coming off pit road completely sideways, almost putting the right rear into his teammate Jeff Hollingsworth there, but. I tell you, man, you know, these new guys that have been coming into a bunch of damn wheel, man.
Woo!
It's a solid exit to stay in front of his teammate there. But biggest mover on pit road right now is going to be that 72 of Dustin Johnson. And we've had yet again another changing of the front row, changing back from APC to RFR.
Yeah, Randall was able to beat him, and Dustin Johnson as well. I think Dustin only took 2 tires.
Both the 51 and the 72.
Yep, both took 2 tires only.
It's going to be interesting to see how that works out. You know, in years past, it's not worked out that well in the Cup car for most people that try it. Although, with that being said, Trey, these are 2 of the, I guess we'll say, proverbial best wheelman we've got in the league, so might be able to hang on to it. We got lights out on the pace car. One more time around, and we're going to be back to green. How many laps do you think we're going to stay green this time, Trey?
Hopefully quite a few.
I would like to see the remainder, personally,
yeah.
But I feel like we might get 5 or 10.
We'll see how these RFR cars do with the 2 tires.
You got 2 tire fire at the front.
Yeah, the APC on 4 freshies been fast all night. We'll see how that pays off for RFR.
I feel my prediction, Randall and Dustin going to be able to hold on to it for a little while, but when the tires start wearing down, that 60 car is going to be tough to stop. We got the field rounded through 3, coming into 4. That Mustang is going to dive it down. They're green, Trey.
Yep. Good jump by RFR both on the front row. And good jump by Robbie Frabel too, as he's going to look to hold that bottom line and maybe take that position away from Dustin Johnson.
He's got a bumper on him as we go down through the dog leg.
Yep, he's definitely able to drive it in there in turn 3. Dustin tried to pitch him down, and Randall overdrove turn 3 big time, slides up the track. He's going to lose 4 spots. Well, Wendell,
Maybe more.
2 tires did not last long as we're 3 wide through 1 and 2.
Going to be 4 wide here in a second with Bentley Glazer moving himself up to the top 10 quietly. We haven't talked about him much tonight, but slot that man into P7.
Yeah, he's slowly made his way. Like we talked to him before the race started. I would not be surprised to see him up here before the night's over with. And what do you know? There he is.
Here he is.
He's like that garlic smell, you know. You brush your teeth and you wash your hands. You just can't get rid of it. Bentley Glazer's the same way.
Yeah, it turns out it's stuck in your nasal passage.
Yeah, it's stuck. It's up in there.
Yeah, I'd say for without a doubt, biggest mover of the race so far. And of course, he's piloting another APC team car. He's definitely concreting his presence here in the OCRL.
Yeah, I tell you what, Dustin's been able to hold off Jeff Hollingsworth those 2 tires, but I think Jeff is taking a little bit easy on him, as Scott Ickes is looking to get in on this too.
Yeah, it looks like Scott may have been able to make the adjustments he needed to become competitive again. As he's, I will say this for him, the last season or 2, he's definitely gotten a lot more patient than he used to be.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think you might gonna see Hollingsworth try to make this move here in 1 and 2. And sure enough, he's able to make the pass. So we put OAPC, Robbie Vrabel, Jeff Hollingsworth back up front.
Back up to 1 and 2. And Robbie Vrabel, not somebody we've talked about a lot this season, Trey, but tonight we don't really have a choice. He's led 68, make that 69 of the last 80 laps. Yeah,
I tell you what, yeah, it took him a while to get up there, but man, we got a wad back here with Dustin Johnson, Randall Fox, Scott Ickes, Jeff Backey, and Jake Champion. These guys are a wreck waiting to happen.
Yeah, add Bentley Glazer, Corey Bunch, and Cody McCauley to that. And you got yourselves a race, boys.
Randall was able to get past his teammate, move him up a spot. I think it's just a matter of time before Dustin Johnson finds himself at the back of this wad. I don't think he's going to be able to hold him off with those 2 tires.
No, not looking too good. But, you know, it's one of those gambles, particularly with Dustin Johnson. He had to take it. You know, a little bit of bad luck, a little bit of contact with the wall early is, you know, caused him to have to get that car repaired a little bit. Lost some track position on that, but I don't know that 2 tires is the way to go.
Uh-oh. I wonder, I think something just happened. Wow. Major hiccup from iRacing there. You still there, people?
Yeah, no, we're still good on this end, Trey.
Yeah, I'm just, I think iRacing is getting ready to, woo, that's crazy.
Well, so we got Cody McCauley making the move on Bentley Glazer there, going into 1. He's maybe able to, it might just be on your end right this second. It might clear up here.
Okay, yeah, my server bar was completely red there, and everything disappeared.
You know, I think that was an issue a couple builds ago. I thought they had it worked out, but maybe it's rearing its ugly head again.
I tell you what, everybody disappeared. I didn't know if it was me or if it was the server or what.
Yeah, Are you back now, though?
I'm back.
All right. Yeah, because it is literally impossible to do these things solo.
Yeah.
We'll take it back up to the front of the field. The 51 and 72 have been able to level it out. At least that bleeding out that they were doing. It looks like they're able to maintain position over Scott Ickes and Jeff Backey. But I don't know. Maybe just the APC guys are just that good.
Yeah, it could be. And like you said, Wendell, that wad did try kind of straighten itself out as Dustin Johnson was able to hold those guys off. Scott Ickes did look like he was able to get around Jeff to put Scott into the top 5. And I think you mentioned it earlier, maybe Scott was able to make some adjustments on that car and get it back going forward again.
Yeah, he desperately needed to get those adjustments made.
But you know, you might get your wish, Wendell. This kind of has a green flag feel to it, as majority of the field is single file, barring any catastrophes off turn 2 or 4. We might go to the end this way.
And it might be personal preference for me, but I love races that go green.
Well, definitely here with what we got. 60 something laps to go, so definitely tire management will pay off if we stay green.
Yeah, the numbers are going to be kind of hard, but the end of last season, I believe we had a stretch of green flag races, which worked in the favor of some drivers, not so much others. But I don't know. Like I said, me personally, when I was driving, I preferred the green flag runs because. Well, mostly because I was so slow, I wasn't able to burn the tires off. So picking up positions at the end of the run was a little bit easier, but I don't know, maybe just different strokes for different folks, if you will.
Well, I tell you, it's this type of racing is no surprise to our viewers out there who's been following the Google Chrome OCRL TV Cup Series. They know that we have a tendency to make long green flag runs, as Dustin Johnson's able to get around Randall.
Move the 72 up to P3. Now, this is another driver that's he's going to be a breakthrough here at some point this season with a W.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's been close. Had some, a couple incidents that's cost him some races. But this is like we talked about Scott making adjustments on his car. It looks like Dustin's been making some adjustments too. So he looks a little bit more controlled this run.
As we say that, we got the 88 of Jeff Backey Jr. and that Exalta Chevrolet SS. He's looking to make his way around Scott Ickes right now. And Cody McCauley back there behind him. He's looking to follow. He's out of shape. Oh, Robbie Vrabel in the 88 touch. No caution as of yet, and there's the caution. We didn't want to see that, but at least the caution.
Yeah, it just looked like Jeff kind of got out of shape coming on the inside of the turn 4 there, and it looked like Cody McCauley just got into the back of him, just kind of nowhere to go.
Yeah, it was so close right there. It's we'll let the viewers be the judge. But yeah, a little bit of damage to the left front of that 87 car as he was making his way from the back to the front. Well, it's got to be heartbreaking for him, but doesn't look too bad. Should be able to repair that and be back on his way.
Yeah, so listening to the driver's chat, Wendell, looks like I'm not the only one having issues, as Randall is seen to be getting plagued by the disappearing iRacing.
I guess it's safe to say it's probably always going to be a work in progress. But as we're going to be working lap 95 of 150, they're all coming down pit road again.
Oh yeah, 20-something laps.
Somebody just popped. Heartbreak for appears to be Bentley Glazer. As that damage cooked the engine. Very disappointing.
Did he blow it up?
He did indeed. He was coming down pit road. Smoke bellowed out from underneath.
Oh, sure did. Oh, hard into the pit wall, too. He wasn't even able to make it to his pit stop.
We got Robbie Vrabel coming off pit road sideways one more time. He's getting every bit of time off pit road that he can.
And looks like our old buddy Scott might have been bit by the pit road speeding bug there.
Indeed, as we see him fall all the way back through the field, all the way what's going to be back to 18th. Unfortunate for the 17 car. That's a lot of ground to make up this late in the race.
Oh, yeah. That can definitely hurt.
But we got Jeff Hollingsworth out here. He's leading the race right now. Dustin Johnson, that 72 car, maintaining second. Jeff's teammate Robbie P3 with Corey Bunch quietly maintaining top 5 status tonight. I know he's looking to stay quiet and just finish a damn race.
Yeah, for sure.
This might be his best chance to do that. I know a momentum swing would be huge for him right now.
I know Robbie can't be too happy with this pit crew. He lost 2 spots there to move him to third. Jeff Hollingsworth was able to capitalize, come out first, and Dustin Johnson, with one of the fastest pit stops on pit road, moved him up to P2.
Indeed,
and he's going to have 4 freshies this time.
Yeah, he's not playing games anymore. But look at that 62 car. Well, that man's probably been more sideways tonight than anybody else on the track. And yeah, he's quietly sitting in P4.
Yeah,
P5.
He's had a very eventful race.
I think maybe iRacing's issues plaguing my timing and scoring for a second there.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully,
like Randall had missed his pit stall or something. Had a very bad pit stop. He's coming back around in P16.
Oof. Tough break for Randall there. But Randall, no stranger to making his way through the field. He's got about 54 laps to do it. Right now, we got pace car down. We got APC. He's leaving. The rest of the field is going to try to follow.
Yeah, it's a good jump by those guys, man. It's almost like they were on the same TeamSpeak channel.
Yeah.
Good jump for those guys. Allowed Robbie to get that position on Dustin. So put APC back up to the front as Dustin Johnson's got all he wants from Cody McCauley.
And with that being said, McCauley's going to have all he can handle from the 77 of Corey Bunch. Corey, not an overly aggressive guy. He kind of slips off a little bit through 2, just to make sure. Of course, he's probably seen how loose that car is. Doesn't want to get wrapped up in it.
He's definitely had a less than a calm race. Kind of like a hurricane inside of a bathtub, man. He's been driving that thing.
I think that's very fitting. Hurricane in a bathtub.
I don't even know what that means.
Whatever it means, it's probably not fun. At least not entertaining.
You know, something that we haven't mentioned yet, but after his troubles out of turn 2, 25 laps ago, Chuck making his way back up there, P6. He's looking a little racy.
Now, we saw him do this Tuesday night, Trey. He made it his way as far back as, I believe, 20th Tuesday night and ended up finishing the race second. Solely through hard work and determination.
Yeah, and it would not surprise me to see that tonight too. He's a very experienced racer, knows what it takes to get it done here, and he's probably made some adjustments or maybe adjusted his line a little bit to compensate for what he's got, and he's trying to pick his way back forward. And while we were talking about Chuck, Robbie was able to get around Jeff Hollingsworth and retake the lead. As I tell you, Robbie Vrabel, he's on a mission tonight, man.
He is. Like we said, bad luck generally plaguing the entire APC team, but particularly Robbie, when I think about it, we haven't talked much about him this season. I think he's coming into this race looking to make that proverbial statement.
Well, he's made a statement so far. How many laps has he led? 70 or 80?
He's made about 85 statements so far.
Yeah, there we go. And tracking Randall, he restarted P16 after that horrible pit stop. I'm showing him P14 right now. Check that, 13th.
Yeah, he's going to have his hands full back there as, he's got the likes of Jeff Backey and Jake Champion to get around. Both of them showing pretty good speed early, but, bad luck and incidents plaguing those two as well.
Yeah, Scott was able to get past Randall, so he's got to contend with Scott, who's made some improvements to his race car and has really moved him up, but that pit road speeding penalty is costing him.
Yeah, huge hit this late in the race. It's not so bad like Dustin Johnson had the issues early. It's not so bad if you have him on lap 5, maybe lap 10, but when you have him on lap 110, it's a big issue.
Yeah, especially when most of the cars are still in the race, and as we've been seeing tonight, how close everybody's running time-wise. It's hard to make those positions up. I think they're hoping for, get up into the top 10 and maybe a caution would come out and they can reset and give it a go.
As we're riding on the hood cam of Cody McCauley 62, he's looking like he's just able to maintain pace with Dustin Johnson, but I would say probably in the next 20 or so laps, look for that to change.
Yeah, I tell you, we kind of got strung out again, and we've said it time and again. Our viewers have noticed it's hard to pass when everybody's running so tight. Actually, Chuck is one of the fastest cars on the racetrack, and but he's mired back there in 6th, and he can't really go nowhere.
The biggest battle right now on the racetrack appears to be the 8813 with the 99 mixed in.
Yeah, we ain't talked about Thomas Morris. Hadn't had that great of a start of the season. He's hoping, but he's got that pinnacle Ford up in the top 10, along with teammate Matt Kingston up in front of him in P8.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit Tuesday night, Trey, with the level of competition rising to the level that it's at now. Inside of the OCRL, these top 10s they're getting harder to come by. It used to be that was your mid-pack runner, but now you're literally having to fight and claw your way to get them.
Yeah, for sure. Now you score top 10 against this competition. It's almost like a top 5.
Yeah,
that's how hard it is. These guys are driving.
I kind of feel like maybe I stepped away at the right time, Trey. Because battling for top 10s is way better than battling for top 20s. But, got Jake Champion and Backey doing a little bit of battle back here.
Well, I tell you what, though, Dustin Johnson, he's starting to creep it up on those 2 APC cars. He might have something to say about who wins this race. I'm watching this race there with the 7th. Jeff Davis, Matt Kingston, Thomas Morrison, Jeff Backey, and Jake Champion. These guys are running hard.
Oh, as we got a wiggle from the 33 there. A small wiggle from the 99 gives Backey position on him. And it looks like that might allow Jake Champion to come through as well. It's like the 99 played with the wiggle womps.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, they're never any fun. Maybe at Martinsville, but
Yeah.
outside of the paperclip, they're never fun.
And yep, Jake was able to make that pass around Thomas. So that one mistake cost Thomas Morris 2 positions. Move him back to outside the top 10, back to 11th.
You know, and I know with Thomas putting as much work into pre-production and production for the OCRL and the OCR, it's I know it's taken away a little bit of time from his on-track activities, but hopefully he feels like it's worth it. You know, as you know, Trey, a lot of time and effort goes into building these setups. And if you don't have a good one underneath you, you could spend a better part of 2 hours beating yourself up.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. These things have gotten so technical now. These guys literally spend hours trying to find that. I mean, it's not even a tenth anymore. They're trying to find that 100th or that 1,000th of a second that'll give them just that little bit more of an edge.
Yeah, you know, it used to be you spend a couple hours trying to find comfort. Now you spend a couple hours trying to find 100th. But, you know, you can tell who's willing to put the work in, and it shows week in and week out.
Well, so apparently James Duke was disqualified. Those of you that don't know, because we haven't had that happen in a while, but in the OCRL we have an incident cap, and I believe, Wendell, it's 12.
12 is the cap here in the OCRL.
Once you get a 12X or 12 incidents, you're disqualified from the race, and it looks like James Duke was the victim of that.
That's unfortunate. You know, slight contact with the wall is a 0x. Hard contact with the wall is a 2x. Same thing with the car. Slight contact with car is 0. A little bit heavier contacts too. But if you hit a car and they hit the wall, that's going to be 4 to 6 X's for you right out the gate. And with a cap of 12, there's no room for error.
I actually think they should lower it to 8, but that's just me. But yeah, we saw James ran in some trouble. I think he got spun out. This probably worked 2 or 4 right there into the wall. So unfortunate for him is that 33 gets into the wall coming out of turn 2. And
it looks like it tore the whole right front of the car off.
Nice.
But real quick, Trey, I want to give Ebony Gentleman 79 a shout out. We appreciate that follow, bud.
Yeah, man. We're hoping you are enjoying the two of us
Yeah.
talking about one of our favorite leagues. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Favorite league. This is the only league.
There you go.
That I've ever raced in that I stayed in for more than a season.
I tell you what, apparently, look at the chat, Eli has turned into a piece of plywood.
Piece of plywood. He's bored. Well, what kind of board are you?
Yeah, 2x4,
4x6. Now, Trey, I prefer the 2x12s myself.
Well, yeah, you can definitely whoop some ass with those.
Yeah. Well, you know, today is 316, and as we all know, Austin 316.
Stone Cold.
We're going to leave it right there. We're not going to go any further with that. But we got battle between the 51 and the 17 on track. These two, no strangers to battling each other.
Yeah, but you know what? They had those bad pit stops, restarted 15th and 16th. Put Randall up in 10th and 11th, but they're going to need a caution. We got about 30 laps to go. They're 8-9 seconds behind the leader. They're going to need some help to get up there.
Whenever we got to keep in mind, now if Randall in fact did give James Duke enough incidents to end his night, it means Randall's got a couple of incidents on his ledger. Now that could come back to bite the driver of the 51 car.
Yeah, for sure.
Of course, you know, as a spectator, we can't see the incident count on the vehicle, but you know, if it's close, we got caution on the racetrack. So we got Dustin Johnson.
Yep.
Oh, that's unfortunate for that car.
Yeah, he was running good, and you know, trouble spot like we saw Tuesday night. Just lost it coming out of turn 4.
Now he didn't hit anything.
No, he did a good job because that's a very tight area there between the walls on the front stretch. He did an excellent job to keep from hitting the wall. So he'll be able to put some tires on that thing and get it going.
Indeed. Now the damage you see on the right side of that car is from an earlier incident. I believe around lap 20-ish, something like that.
But you know, we were just talking about it, Wendell. How these guys were hoping to get into the top 10 and then maybe get into the caution.
Here it is.
Here it is. It came out for Randall and Scott. It's going to bunch this field back up. Hopefully they can have better pit stops and give it a go.
Yeah, and I'm going to venture to say we do not see any 2-tire stops this time around.
No.
Now maybe if it was 5 to go, maybe, but with what's going to be 22-ish to go at the green, I think we see all of these drivers take 4 freshies in fuel.
Yeah, 22, 23 to go. Because we were at 28, so yeah.
Interested to see who wins this race off of pit road. Looks like it's going to be Vrabel, McCauley, and Hollingsworth. We see
4 wide. Wow.
We see Randall Fawkes with the pit stop of the race right there.
My goodness, picked up. I'm showing.
Had to have been 6
4
positions.
Spots. I'm showing 4 spots.
My God.
That was 4 tires.
That was 4 tires and picked up. That is unheard of.
Well, that's the advantage of being the pole sitter and having that number 1 pit stall. He got in there late. Pit crew helped him out. Got some of those JGR, those guns from JGR, and they put him out there, and he's able to pick up 4 spots.
Those nitrogen-powered 18,000 RPM guns.
So you fans of Randall Fawkes Racing out there, James Duke, watch out.
Well, he's earning that title of Your Majesty. As he's showing these boys how to get it done on and off pit road. But as alluded to in chat, he is allegedly pretty close to that incident cap. So keep an eye out for that car disappearing, because it may or may not be an iRacing glitch if it happens.
Tell you what, that's going to put him on the outside of row 2 for this restart, along with Cody McCauley, who had an excellent pit stop as well. Move him up to P2.
Indeed.
I don't know, Wendell. I don't know if APC can afford to play any restart games like they have been. I think they have to play it straight up now with Cody and Randall right there.
We've got lights out on the pace car.
Yeah, it looks like when we go back to green, we'll have about 25 to go.
I'm showing less than that. I'll be showing 21 in the line.
21? Am I alive?
You know,
yep.
I think what happened when they had the we'll call it a technical glitch. I think it forgot to count a couple of laps for you.
I'm showing lap 129.
I'm showing 22 to go. We got
Okay.
pace car down. We got the 60s stepping on the accelerator. He's gone. Oh, that's...
Lanes. He changed lanes before the start-finish line.
That's... I'm not touching that with a 10-foot stick, but as I'm sure it's probably being discussed in their channel.
That is a black flag, or it should be.
I want to go back and check it out, but I don't want to miss any of the action we have on track. And we've got it coming out of the chat too. Definitely didn't look good.
No, he definitely changed lanes before the start-finish line, and that is definitely a no-no.
We're gonna go back, check it on replay real quick. Yeah, that's unarguable. That is going to cost Robbie Rabel big time tonight. He is not going to be happy. Well, but that being said, we got a rule book for a reason. We got McCauley sideways, Randall sideways off the wall.
Oh, he was able to save it. Good save for him.
Good save for both those guys, actually.
Yeah.
Well, don't look now, but we got Jake Champion has moved his way up to P3. Now, he is engaged in battle with the 88 car for that spot, but...
Yeah, we know, and a lot of people are going to say, you know,
contact between him and the 88.
Oh, my gosh.
That's going to collect him the 17, the 33. Oh, the 80. No, not sure what number that is.
Wreck.
We got Chuck Sweeting stopped. That's a game changer right there.
Yeah, that just stacked the field up. Scott Ickes hard into the wall. Matt Kingston. Who's that? Charles Woods. I don't know how Chuck was able to get that thing mowed down, but what a mess.
Well, we talked about earlier, you know, Chuck really good with that hard work and determination. Yeah, it looks like the 62 got out of shape for the corner. Caused Champion to slip up a little bit. Jeff got position coming through too, down the dog leg, and looks like Jeff was there and just wasn't willing to. Yeah, what?
Yeah, and that 88 car, that sucker is hurt bad. You can see it tracking, crab walking to the pits. That car's not going to be running good.
We could get another view at this. We're gonna check it off of the nose cam of Jeff Backey Jr., driver of that 88 car. You know, incidental contact. Just it's tough to say. You know, his purpose. You know, it was on purpose, as it. You know, looks like just a racing deal.
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's nothing on purpose. It was just it was hard racing.
Yeah, that's you know, you coming under 20 to
guys,
go.
Yeah, 20 to go. Two guys fighting for the same spot, and you know, there's only room for one there. But boy, I mean, what a cluster that was.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see the recap that Thomas Morris puts together with Inside the Headset on YouTube. Be interested to hear some of the in-car audio from these drivers. Yeah, and if you folks haven't checked that out, head on over to YouTube. Check out the Got That Stat channel. I believe it's youtube.com/TMorris24, or you can search Got That Stat. But every week he puts together a replay of the, or a recap even, of the Cup race with commentary, sometimes from us guys here in the booth, but also as well as the audio from inside the cars, which is highly entertaining most weeks.
Real quick, Wendell, can you mute the stream audio for 1 second? All right, go ahead.
All right, we're back. Well,
Yeah, sorry about that.
we had to play patty cake real quick.
Yeah, some housekeeping duties.
You know, patty cake, baker's made, all that stuff. But man, Roy Trey, we're gonna rack them up. We're gonna have 12 to go at the green, and we're gonna have us a shootout here.
Yeah, and you know, we're talking about Robbie making that. Well, you know what? We'll talk about it after the restart.
Yeah, we'll see. And as he is the leader, he will restart this field. Teammate Hollingsworth to his inside. Now keep an eye on Cody McCauley and Corey Bunch. Both of those boys hungry, but green flag's out. They're gone.
Yep, no problems with the restart this time as Cody McCauley got a heck of a run and stuck it inside of Corey Bunch there. He's going to try to make that move on P3, but Corey's not going to give it up.
No, not this late in the race.
I think these guys know they can't let Robbie get out there. They're going to have to run him, as it looks like a 57 car got a bobble, got into, looks like Robbie Burgess there in the dog leg.
Oh, keep an eye out for Dustin Johnson. He throws it in there underneath the 77. He's looking to rebound from that spin and move him up to what's going to be P4 coming out of 3. Don't look now, but he's got teammate Randall Falks in tow with him.
Yeah, we saw him with some trouble on the front stretch there. He's looking to make a rebound. But, you know, we talked about that restart with Robbie, and I wanted to talk about it, but the big caution came. You know, it happened to his teammate last year, last season. Jeff Hollingsworth did the same thing. You know, I hate it that we don't have any our admins that don't race, so they don't catch a lot of these until after the fact. So it's really going to hurt him when they go back and review this race, especially if he goes on to win it. It's going to hurt him.
It is. That's a one-lap penalty.
Yeah, it's a one-lap penalty, and but we've seen the OCRL enforce it before, and you know, it's just one of those rules, and you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, you know, they do give you the opportunity to self-police, but it's one of those situations where, you know, if you feel it might be close, it might be worth the gamble to not, you know, serve the penalty. But you know, if they look at the replay, and they'll look at it from multiple angles, you know, they'll make their decision, and it will be final. But he's set sail on teammate Jeff Hollingsworth for now. Battle looks like currently is going to be McCauley and Johnson, 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, old Dustin Johnson has had a heck of a race, and you know, he's had a lot of ups and downs, and you know, I imagine if this race finished right now and he finishes P4, he's going to kick himself for some of the mistakes he made, because I think he had a legit shot to try to pull this out. Yeah, it looks like we got, I'm assuming that's Jake Champion in the chat. Wendell?
That I'm pretty sure it is. Pretty sure it is.
He's I don't want to say credit, but he's taking credit for that incident with Backy. I don't know if you need to, Jake. It's just hard racing with 20
And we got
to go.
the 72. He's looping it. That is going to bring the caution out. Chuck Sweeting going to be involved with 5 to go. I'm pretty sure that's going to end the race. Rather unfortunate. He just got, again, completely sideways off the corner. So we'll see it here as he comes into 1.
Now, we do have a 3-strike rule, too. How many cautions is he brought out tonight?
I believe for him that's his second. But
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he pulled himself out right there.
Yeah, I think so. Looked like Chuck. Did Chuck get involved with that?
Yeah, he collected Chuck in that incident. I believe Chuck hit the inside wall, blew his engine. So he's essentially going to be done. And like I said, with 4 to go, 3 here at the line, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the race. Now, the interesting thing is going to be, for us, Robbie Rabel is going to be scored as the winner, but it will be reviewed. So that it's so tough. It may or may not make Hollingsworth your actual race winner. So we're going to, how do we interview that, Trey? That's tough.
You know what? I think. You know what? I don't know.
We're just gonna wing it.
On. We wing it. We carry on as normal, and maybe pull in Tom. Well, I hate to put the admins on the spot. I think we just we call it as normal, and we wait for any announcements from the admins. Maybe we stay on a little longer just to see if there's any announcements after the race, but we'll see.
Yeah, we will see. I don't see them reviewing it tonight. At least not immediately, but.
So apparently somebody with the initials Tango Juliet Foxtrot said he's here for the cars and bitches, and he doesn't see any bitches. Well, that's because Thomas Fredericks didn't show up tonight.
Yeah, that's because the one didn't show up to the booth. Yeah, so about that backhanded compliment. Emphasis on the backhand.
So I see that listening to Robbie Vrabel, he might have just called himself out into the in the driver's chat.
Okay, well we'll see what they do. I think the only active admins right now are Jeff Backey and Thomas Morris, who are both in race cars. We'll see. We'll go through our interviews like normal, and maybe they'll have a determination by that time.
Yeah, but
man, eventful end to this thing, though.
Yeah, little drama.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, Trey. Ebony Gentleman, 79, asking, will there be a fight in the pits? Ebony, I can tell you, I don't know that there will be a fight in the pits, but there may be one in the booth if a particular individual decides to show up.
Which individual is that?
Tango Juliet Foxtrot.
Oh yeah, he's banned from the booth. It's locked.
We got it padlocked.
We are all out of Pop-Tarts.
Oh, wait, we're out of Pop-Tarts?
Oh, yeah.
I'm done. We're done. We're done. Shut it down. We're good.
See ya.
But yeah, unfortunately, I've got the driver audio turned off, so it's hard to know what they're saying. But as Trey said, it looks like he's called himself out, which is another guy doing something pretty stand up. Not a lot of people would do that. Especially, essentially being called the winner. As of right now.
Yeah, technically he is your provisional winner, as they just took the checker flag your provisional winner, Robbie Vrabel. Jeff Hollingsworth finished second. Great run for Cody McCauley, finishing third. Another good run for Corey Bunch, finishing fourth. And Randall Fox rebounded, finished top 5.
He did. Jeff Davis, he's finishing his night in 6th. Mr. Where did he come from himself? Now, Thomas Morris in that 99 car. He
7th.
Yeah, he was able to rally back to 7th with Robbie Burgess finishing top 10. He's P8 tonight. Troy Campbell, and of course Dustin Johnson. Man, just trouble plaguing that gentleman this year so far. Solid runs, just not able to complete the whole deal.
What do you say we just start grabbing drivers and bring them down here?
Well, we got
I would like to grab Dustin Johnson, but apparently he has left the facility.
Yeah, as well as Chuck Sweeting. Of course, you don't really blame him.
You know what? I've been wanting to talk to him. Do you want to talk to James Duke?
You want to drag him down here?
Let's do it. James Duke, Trey Landry from OCR TV. You got a copy?
Yeah.
So tell us what happened. We didn't even. Of course, we don't get any heads up that who got DQ'd or what. Tell us what happened, buddy.
Not really sure. Just kind of running my race. Got a couple of speeding penalties and kept on getting pushed to the back, driving towards the front. Was running up in 12th after one of the restarts and had Randall coming behind me, and he dove it pretty far into one of the turns and gave me a 4X. And about a lap or two later, he dove it on the outside and hooked me in the left quarter panel and gave me another 4X, and that was it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. You kind of had a bad couple of stretches of races here, and it looked like you were on track to rebound and have a pretty good solid run. I think you were running top 15 most of the night, but hate that you ran up against the incident cap there, man.
Yeah, I was running really good. I didn't want the first break to stop. We were flying at the end of that at the mandatory caution, and after that, we had the incident with Jeff Davis. I'm not really sure what happened there. It was clear, came down, and apparently that was unacceptable. But it is what it is.
Now I tell you, a bright side for Paradigm was I think Cody McCauley finished P3. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the best finish for you guys so far this season. What does it look like for Paradigm moving forward?
It's good. Yeah, we're getting better and better on the setup, so we're running more consistent. We just keep on kind of getting in our own way. And as soon as we can get rid of those issues, I think we'll be more consistently in the top 10.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for taking some time to talk with us, and sorry about your luck. And we look forward to seeing what you can do next week at Auto Club.
Oh yeah, love that track. It'll be lots of fun.
All right. So I noticed we got Thomas in here. Do you have any news, Thomas?
As in
who's the winner of the race?
Jeff Hollingsworth.
Okay, so
well, that would in fact be news. We got that.
I didn't even know that until the end. I'm not sure why he wasn't black flagged to correct it, but I guess they're doing it after the fact. So
yeah, I think mostly because the admins were racing.
Well, I don't think that 88 car was doing much racing.
Not in front of him.
Well,
he wasn't first, but then
I think
he
I
wasn't.
saw that thing sideways more than straight. So.
Well, he wasn't the only one tonight. All right, well, we got it. It's official. Jeff Hollingsworth locking himself into the chase. Eli, we're going to need a new question as Hollingsworth only restarted the race as the leader once. So if you'll think of one real quick. Who are we doing first? I use that term loosely.
Well, you know what? Let's, I would say talk to Robbie Vrabel, but looks like he has left the facility as well to get his reaction.
Let's get fourth place finisher, the man who's finally finished where he's run. Let's get Corey Bunch down here.
All right, yeah, that's a good one. Where's he at?
Top of the channels.
Got him.
Just snatch him. Don't even ask. Corey Bunch driving
Cannot
that
escape my grasp.
77
Yes.
car for Pinnacle Motorsports Racing Network.
Oh my god.
He's Corey. In all seriousness, though, solid run tonight. Didn't appear to be any bad luck. Kept it clean, kept it green. I know P4 is not what you wanted, but tell us a little bit about your night.
Oh no, actually, I actually kind of wanted to be in the top five after finishing 10th 2 weeks in a row. So a fourth place finish is really a really good step in the right direction for this team. It's just we definitely had a lot of good luck with everything going on, but we had a good car. Just struggled in the beginning of the run, and then once it came to the midway through, we started getting a little better. Just you can't say much with the APC and the Randall Fox guys. They're really making it hard for us for sure.
Yeah, it's we talked about your struggles so far the start of the season. If it's lack of performance or some races you had a bad luck and just get caught up in somebody else's mess. But tonight it seemed like you were able to put together a pretty solid race. More than capable, I think, every week to run top five. But I can hear the relief in your voice. Finally, I'm in the top five. But good run for you guys, man. And what does that mean for burnout running going forward?
Well, I can't really say much about my truck team because that's on Tuesdays, but the Pinnacle side of things.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, for the Pinnacle side, we with just me, Morris, and Ickes, and sometimes Kingston, we really just perform a lot better if as long as there's not anything bad going on. Which I hate it for Ickes to get caught up in that last wreck.
He had it coming.
And then, well, I mean, but I hate it for Ickes and Kingston as well. Got caught up in that. Morris, he just kind of just back there. But anyway, we this is just real great at least for just me and Ickes to be up there in the top five because we had really great cars and which he's performed a lot better than I have. And I guess going forward with the 77 team, we'll just have to just keep gaining ground because it's just like I said before after Vegas or Atlanta, Vegas, we're making better changes to the car to where we're going to the right direction and actually able to be in the top five, pass for the lead, and lead some laps, that kind of thing. So I'm pretty happy, and hopefully this trend continues, and maybe I can actually finish the race without a 0X.
I hear you, man. Well, good run tonight in your Pinnacle racing forward. Look forward to seeing what you can do next week at Auto Club and moving forward, man. Anybody you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Just Pinnacle Racing, Thomas Morris and Scott, because they really put in the hard work in and really contribute so well. I mean, you couldn't ask for better teammates than these two. Kingston helps out sometimes too, and I'm pretty thankful for that. These Fords, can't go wrong with Ford performance. If we could just match it up with our chassis, we'll be stout. But just overall, this just really thankful for this team.
I have a question for Corey before he goes.
Oh God.
Do you think you maybe could have missed that wreck a little bit more tonight if you had a set of pedals?
Oh,
Yep.
That's
still
a
waiting
solid
for it.
question.
A month later, still waiting on those pedals and $100 off. So,
If
anyone is over in the Massachusetts area or Boston, go to your nearest pawn shop and you find CSR Elites. Please let me know.
They've been there for about 2 months.
I don't mean to laugh because that shit ain't funny, but
It is a little bit.
I mean, well, Corey, solid momentum shift. Look forward to seeing him finish at least fourth or better for the remainder of the season.
Wait, he finished fourth or third tonight after the bump?
Third, actually. Yeah.
third. Actually,
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I know Wendell wants to talk to one more random guy, and then our winners. How about Jeff Davis?
Oh, let's get him.
Solid interview.
Mister, where the hell did he come from?
Right in front of me every week.
Yeah, right.
Here he is, out of thin air, Mr. Jeff Davis. I hope he's not on the crapper and is actually paying attention to TeamSpeak. Jeff, tell us about your race, buddy.
Oh, hey, what's up, fellas? Yeah, just kind of survival, man. Just had a pretty good car. Actually, car was better than the driver. Just kind of hung around, ran all day, and shook out at the end.
Yeah, we kind of talked about you. We saw you making some moves kind of early, getting up there, and you're one of those guys that we don't talk about a whole lot, but then you turn around and you're kind of like the Mark Martin or Matt Kenseth. It's like, where the heck did he come from? And that's what it looked like tonight. Got caught up in some stuff with James Dukes with an S. How did that? Tell us what you thought about that incident.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't got a chance to look at it yet. Yeah, my line didn't seem like it moved on the start, and his line it kind of seemed like they was lagging back or something. He got a really good run, and he was out there, and I heard clear and then outside again, so I thought I had the position, and it just seemed like he just came across me, but I don't know. I haven't really had a chance to go back and look at it, but yeah, it was a fun race. It was a tough race, just tough turning it through the center and loose off, and just fighting. It seemed like track position, man. You had to fight for every inch you can get out there.
Now, do you think the track temperature being over 100 degrees had something to do with that?
Yeah, we practiced in a lot cooler, and we had something that we felt was pretty good there, and then race time, just a whole lot hotter, and I gotta give it to Becky. He worked hard on it and made some good adjustments, and I wasn't too sure what I needed there, and he was really able to hone in something good, and it turned out pretty good for us.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, it's a solid effort for you tonight, Jeff. Of course, after the bump with Robbie Vrabel being penalized there, I believe first top five of the year so far for you, Jeff.
Hey, man, I'll take it any way I can get it.
Yes,
Damn
sir.
straight.
I understand that. Anybody else got anything for him?
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody at JB2. Jeff Backey, like I said, he really came through this week. He worked hard on it, and I got to give hats off to him on that. So, other than that, just happy to finish.
I was going
I
to
hear
say,
you, Jeff.
good run, Davis. Leading the banner for JB2 again this week.
Yeah. I'll have to rub that into Jeff a little bit.
You might need a pay raise over there.
Hell yeah.
Well, I fully expect that JB2M's kind of had a rough 2 weeks. I fully expect that you guys will rebound next week at the Auto Club, man.
Yeah, I hope so. Those type tracks I really like running at, and unfortunately, I don't think Jeff's going to be here, but we'll get out there and get after it and see what we can do.
All right, Jeffrey, top five. Appreciate you joining us, man. Good run, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
There he is, Wendell.
The
It's
man.
time.
That is
The
that's
man, the myth,
The man.
the legend, Jeff
The
Hollingsworth,
lucky son of a gun.
locking himself in to both series postseasons tonight with I guess we'll call it a provisional win.
Yeah.
Whatever we're gonna
I don't
call
know.
it, it's a damn W. It's a check in the W column. Hollingsworth, tell us
Yeah.
about your night, bud.
It was a lot of fun. Really good setup we had under us tonight. Me and the guys worked on something from actually a different track and came up with something good. And I hate it for Robbie, man, but I know how he feels. And right when he did it, I queued up. I like in the TeamSpeak. I'm like, man, I think you crossed before. He's like, I don't think so. I did it, and I said, no, I was behind you. Anyways,
We
that's
look
okay.
we look back
He's-
at the replay. He there was not a doubt.
I know. I told him. But you know what? Remember I told you my teammates are better than me? You saw what happens when Robbie Brable gets behind the wheel and he's got a setup he likes. He gone.
Well, I tell you what, you talking about him being gone. He wasn't too far gone because you were right there with him. And, you know, you kind of shocked me, Jeff. Not very fast in practice. Probably a subpar qual effort.
Oh yeah, my
I know.
qual sucks.
Yeah, I know in your mind, starting P11th, but I mean, ended up finishing what, third place in segment 1, and ended up winning the race technically. So you got to be proud of your performance. But my question is about this passing or changing lanes for the start finish line. It happened to you last year.
Yep.
So and like you said, you mentioned it to your teammate. I'd also like to mention that we are a self-policing league, and if he would have dropped to the back, the admins probably would have took that into consideration.
Right, and that's the thing. When I said he did it, and he said he didn't think he did, and he knew that it would get reviewed, and he knew that. So he's good with it. Like I said, he'll be back, and he'll be up there racing for it again.
Thomas, you got anything for our winner?
I didn't see him all night, so good win, Hollingsworth.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Made some jokes in practice that I was going to put a replay footage in of him being on 40-lap tires and me on fresh tires passing him. So
You were wheeling in practice, man. I only
Yeah,
had 5
traffic
laps on them
sucks.
tires. Oh yeah, it was a bottleneck. I had, we were all talking in here, and it's like, this guy's holding me up, and this guy's holding me up. And I'm like, look, you got to put that nose under and just, be ginger about it, and they'll race on your outside for a little bit, and eventually somebody got to give. I mean, it's tight racing, but that's what everybody likes about this league. It's tight racing, it's clean racing, and you can, pass people, and it was fun.
especially with the way the track was tonight. I mean, just being
Greasy.
persistent and passing that guy was the way I've seen officials go this week. This one went a lot better than I expected.
Oh man, we did the NIS last night, and I was in top split, and it was so bad. We had 14 cautions, and I was the 29th car in there and finished 7th just because of the carnage. It was bad.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Well, see that there you go. OCRL Google Chrome series better than top split racing.
It is. No, I'm serious, man. That's a lot of fun.
And we've got top split drivers in here, so
We did. Got really good drivers in here. A lot of fun. Seen a few of them have some crazy getting loose things in my mirror, man. I mean, all of a sudden they were, whoop, they're gone, But like I said, we had a solid piece under us, and we showed it. I just hate my qualifying. Gosh. I'm not a
tell me
hot
about
lap
it.
guy, man. Might tell you about it. Starting 11th, in dead center of the whole field. But you know what? I felt good because I finished 3rd in the first thing there, and that's good, man. I felt good about that.
Well, they say anybody can make one fast lap, but making 150 fast laps, that's the key. And it looks like
Yeah,
you handled that tonight.
And I was just following Robbie, man. That's all I was trying to do, was just kind of keep it up with him. I felt like I was there with him, and like if we went green to the end, I had a little something we could have got together there. But at that one point in the race, he was a couple seconds ahead of me. And I tell you what's Corey, the guy who finished, Corey McCauley. That guy can wheel, man. I've never raced with him before,
yeah.
but I really enjoyed it. Clean racing, and he, wasn't worried about. I think we touched one time in 3, but it's racing, and really enjoyed racing him. So I'm gonna give a shout out to him too.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to him because he drove a hell of a race. But somebody at Paradigm, and for you rest of you guys out there that might be watching the stream, don't get in such a hurry to jump off TeamSpeak because I like to come grab people. So
He means that in a totally heterosexual kind of way.
Yes,
Or does he?
I'm not talking
I
like
don't know.
I'm not gonna
Hey, we're open
grab
for
you.
anything in this league.
Yeah, I'm not gonna grab you. I'm not gonna grab you the Donald Trump way.
Speaking
Jeff,
of grabbing, did you guys catch the wreck with Gil and Todd Hendricks?
Yes.
Yes.
I saw Todd quit abruptly and didn't say nothing, so I don't know what happened there.
Well, it flashed before my eyes, and I thought I was dead in it, but it just looked like he came out of nowhere and got hooked.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. But Jeff, congrats again on the win. Locked into the
Lot of fun.
postseason for the Cup car and the truck.
Heck yeah.
So
I feel good about that, man. I really do. It's unreal.
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
It's like we
It
said
is.
this guy was going to win a lot, Wendell.
I don't know. Where did that come from? I don't know.
So y'all
Not
didn't
from Thomas
jinx me.
Fredericks, I know that much.
Yeah, well, I don't pick race winners anymore, Jeff, so no more jinxing involved.
Well, I picked Corey to win in your place, I guess.
There
And
we
he
go.
come in third, so that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Corey,
jinx has been broken on him.
Corey needed a break of that bad luck he's been having, but APC definitely making their presence known. But
Yeah, we had. Go ahead.
oh, you good?
I was just going to say we had a big showing tonight. A couple of guys had some trouble, but it's disappointing for Bentley. I didn't get. I'll have to watch a replay. I don't know what really happened to any of the guys, but really proud of Troy and happy for him. He's had some real hard luck in those official races we were talking about, and he was able to bring it home on the lead lap in the top 10. So that's my buddy Troy. Jake had some trouble. Charlie's got a new wheel. I told you guys that, and he's just trying to dial it in. So he felt tight
He kept her
when we were
going though
loose.
this week.
Yeah, he kept her going, and proud of my guys, man. Good teamwork, good racing here at the OCRL.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for joining us, Jeff. And
Thanks for having me.
the rest of you, whoever's left watching, we're back to you live Tuesday night, 8:45 Eastern, coming to you live from California.
Ooh, get your plane tickets ready.
It's fast, it's big, it's wide, and we ain't
It's
talking
nighttime.
about your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Bug.
Oh, that's terrible. But
Slippery and whatnot.
but join us then. It'll be me, Trey in the booth. I believe Thomas is going to join us. Morris, that is.
Yeah, I'm not racing that thing. Are you kidding me?
Because
What the hell
Frederick
did I do?
says MIA, KIA, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, we come to you live Tuesday night, 8:45 p.m. Be here or don't, but we hope you are. But for all of us in the booth, myself, Trey Landry, Thomas Morris, and absent Matt Kingston, and Thomas Fredericks, we hope you have a good night, a better weekend. We'll see you on Tuesday.
See ya.